Hello, I'm Mr. Polk and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'd like to show you how to make barbecue sauce. For making the sauce, we're going to start with taking our saucepan and putting in about 4 slices of bacon, and we're just going to go ahead and slowly cook the bacon. And what we really want to do here is let the fat render out, because that's going to become part of our sauce. So we're going to slowly cook this and let the fat render. Once the bacon begins to render, then I'm going to add the onions. And it's about 2 ounces of a small diced sweet onion. And I'm going to bring that around, and I'm just going to let that all sort of work together. I'm going to let the bacon continue to cook a little bit, let the onions start to sweat and soften. That's what's really going to build the base flavor profile for our sauce. So now we got things starting to look really good in there, really getting a lot of flavor out of the bacon. We're now going to add 2 cloves of garlic that are minced up. We're just going to do that really quick. And you're going to notice that there's a lot of bits on the bottom of the pan, and that's really what's going to create the flavor. And once you put the garlic in too, you can really smell the aromatics coming out of that. We're going to next add in the ketchup. And the ketchup's going to kind of work as a deglazing agent almost, because you're going to use this now, stir it all up, okay, keep the bacon fat in there. And now as you start to stir, try to make sure that you're scraping the bottom of this pan. And all of those bits that were down in there from the bacon are now being released by the ketchup. And as I scrape, you can almost sort of see how clean the bottom of the pan is versus how it looked just a few seconds ago. And that's where we're really getting that flavor base for our barbecue sauce. So we're just going to keep stirring that in, and we want to get this back to a simmer. Once your ketchup is in, it's now time to go with the sweets. In this barbecue sauce, we try to balance out that sweet and that tangy. So to start with our sweets, we start with our brown sugar, about a ½ cup of brown sugar. We're going to stir that in. Then we're going to do a 1/3 cup of molasses. And the molasses, once that goes in, that's what really makes the barbecue sauce look like barbecue sauce and not just ketchup, onions, and bacon, because it starts to give it that deeper barbecue sauce color. And then we'll finish off with the 1/4 cup of honey. And again, this is just a base recipe. You're able to adjust it however you see fit. And then once you get your sweets in, now it's time to put in what's going to kind of give it that kick. Okay, so one of the things that we usually have in a sauce like this is you're going to get that kick from the cider vinegar. Okay, another 1/4 cup of that, 1/4 cup of the Worcestershire sauce. We put that in, mix that around. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a little bit of liquid smoke, about a teaspoon. And then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of a Dijon mustard. And that's going to finish off your barbecue sauce. As soon as you got everything mixed in, you're just going to continue to bring it to a simmer. And once it simmers, you're going to simply just let it simmer very slightly until the sauce starts to thicken to the way that you want it. And then you're ready to go. So there you can see how to make the base recipe of a barbecue sauce. Starts out with rendering of the bacon, the onions, the garlic, and then you use the ketchup almost as a deglaze to bring all those flavors into it. Then you throw in your sweets, and then you balance it out with the more savories of the Worcestershire sauce, the liquid smoke, and the cider vinegar. And again, taste, adjust, make it your own recipe. Thank you for cooking with me today, and I can't wait to cook with you real soon right here at Mr. Polk's Kitchen.